to do. Okay, let's go over here. These are going to be the problems that probably throw you off the most because we have difficulty when we see a word problem and some fractions. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, it told me up here to use cubes if I'm doing a word problem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read and do my circling first. When Christine takes a step, she covers 1/4, try to do this way, of a yard. If she walks for 10 yards, how many steps will she take? And I'm going to underline here, how many steps will she take? Now, I need to ask myself, what am I trying to split up or what am I trying to multiply? So right now I know that Christine is going to walk, and I'm going to just draw a picture just to help me organize my thoughts. She's going to walk for how many? 10 yards. Okay, and each of her step, and we say this is 10, okay, each of her steps is going to be 1/4. So I know my number has to be bigger than 10 because each of these are going to be 40. Now, if you were just to realize, okay, 4 for each, 4 times 10 is 40, the answer is 40, that's you using number sense, and that's not wrong. That's getting you to the correct answer. The only issue with answering it that way is that it will start to become much more complicated. So I need to say I'm taking 10 yards, and I need to divide 10 yards up into 1/4. So this is how we make it happen mathematically. So I'm taking 10 and I'm dividing it into fourths. Now, I know I have division. I see a fraction here. I know I'm going to use keep, change, flip. We've been doing keep, change all week, but this time we're going to keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, and I'm going to place it over 1 because any whole number, if it's not a fraction, is over 1. So 10 over 1 times, change the sign, times, and flip the last fraction, 4 over 1. 10 times 4 is 40 over 1, or 40 steps. Okay? Pam owns 4/5 of land, and that's probably supposed to be 4/5 of an acre, but we're just going to say she owns 4/5 of land. So she owns 4/5 of land. She wants to sell 2/3 of her land to her neighbor. What fraction of the original land does she want to sell? So I'm looking for what is 2/3 of 4/5. Whoop, had a little pencil malfunction. So 4/5, 2/3 of, 2/3 of, 2/3 of. Anytime I see a fraction of, I know that means multiplication. Multiply means I'm just going to go straight across and get an answer over here. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 3 is 15, 8/15, and I don't really have a unit here, so I'm going to put of land, even though we probably know that they're talking about acres or square mile. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Last one. This always throws students off, but this is the easiest problem on this sheet. Okay. There are 12 green pencils, 26 blue pencils, 2 brown pencils, 30 pink pencils, 6 yellow pencils, 4 red pencils, and 10 purple pencils. Write a ratio to represent. How many green to blue? So the first thing I'm going to do, how many green? 12. How many blue? 26. Now, can I stop there? No, I have to simplify, just like a ratio is another way of can be written as a fraction. So we need to go ahead and simplify this. Now I could simplify by 2 because these are both even numbers, but I also can look at this. Nope, that's all I can simplify by. So I'm going to see how many times does 2 go into 12, and the answer is 6. How many times does 2 go into 26? And that's 13 times. So my first ratio is 6 to 13. For my next problem, yellow to pink. How many yellow? 16 yellow. To how many pink? 30. Again, I have 2 even numbers here, so I know I can simplify. If I left it like this, the answer is correct, but it's not the best answer, and we always want to find the best answer. So anytime you have a fraction ratio, you need to make sure that you are simplifying it. So 2 goes into 16 8 times, 2 goes into 30 15 times. So I'm simplifying it just like I would as a fraction. I'm going to box these down here again just to make it easier for folks to see what my correct answer is. Red to total. How many red? 4 red. Okay, now I need to figure out total. Total means the total of all the pencils. So I need to take 12. Now I'm going to come over here and do a little side math. 12 plus 26 is 38. Plus 2 is 40. Plus 30 pink is 70. Plus 16 is 86. Plus 4 is 90. Plus 10 is 100. So if you did not know where I got those numbers from, let's go back over here. 12, 26, 2, 30, 16, 4, and 10. Guess what? Total's 100 pencils. Okay, so the red to total is going to be 4 to 100. I know that they have a common factor of 4 because 4 can go into 4 and 4 can go into 100. 4 goes into 4 one time. 4 goes into 125 times. So there's my answer, 1 to 25. Total to pink, okay? Real simple. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my total of 100, which I already solved over here, and I'm going to place it right here. 100 to my pink. Let me go up here and find 30 pink. I know that 100 and 30 have a common factor of 10, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify that to 10 to 3. 10 goes into 100 10 times, 10 goes into 30 3 times. And if you're having trouble with the factoring and figuring out or finding the common factor and simplifying, we definitely need to have a mini lesson with you on that. I'm moving quickly for the sake of the video. Yellow to total. Yellow up in the problem tells me 16. Okay, total, again, I already calculated, is 100. Again, I know that 16 can have, 4 goes into 16 and 4 goes into 100. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 goes into 125. And last is going to be purple to yellow. Purple is 10. Yellow is 16. If I look back up here at the problem and gathering that information. Again, I have even numbers, so I know I can always simplify even numbers by 2. How many times does 2 go into 10? It goes in 5 times. How many times does 2 go into 16? 8. 5 to 8. Now, the ratio of your choice. All you need to do here, and I'm not going to fill this in because these answers